Hello everyone, in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to add a knitted texture to a snowman in Blender and export it with different filament types to Bambu Studio. I'm your guide, Mr. H, and let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a subdivision surface modifier to this cube. So click on the cube, click on the wrench, add modifier, search, subdivision surface. From there we can make this 2. Then we can extrude this and we can scale it down like so. So this will be the base of our snowman. Now let's give him a nice hat. To give him a hat, we're gonna add a cylinder. Gonna move it up with G and Z. We're gonna scale it to make it smaller with S and Z, and scale it again. Now we press G and Z, and we're gonna put it on his head. Then we're going to click on the top hat, press tab to go into edit mode, click on this top face, and we're going to press I. This will make the brim of the hat, and now we can extrude up and we can make the top of the hat. Now let's start making his arms and nose. So for his nose, we're just going to get a cube and we're going to add a subdivision surface. And we're going to make it nice and small. Like so. I'll actually use this cube for the eyes as well. So I'm going to press Shift D. And I'm going to move it up in the Z axis. And I'm going to move it to the left as well. And for the eye, we're actually going to add a mirror modifier. So add modifier, search, mirror. Y-axis, not the X-axis. You see this green line? We're going to mirror on that line. And then we're going to choose to mirror from this object as reference. Now let's keep doing our nose. So we're going to click on the nose and press tab. And you're just going to extrude and scale. And let's also give it some life. So we're going to make it big like so. And there you go. Now we can put this on his face, and we can start moving the eyes. So you can decide if you want the eyes to be big or small, or if you want it to be like large in this order or not. I'm going to keep it like this. And now let's try to work on his arms. So for his arms, we're going to add a cube. Going to scale it down. And we're going to add our subdivision surface and our mirror modifier. Like we did for the eyes, we're going to mirror on the y-axis and use this point as reference. And now let's extrude this part. Extrude again. And now we're going to extrude this part, this, and this. Or you can decide what you'd like to be extruded. This works too. Now we can move it to the right. We can scale it down as you like. You can rotate it. Well, I'm just going to keep it simple and have this. Let's give him a nice smile. So I'm going to use the eyes. With Shift D, I'm going to duplicate. And I'm just going to press G and we're going to move them to the right place. Then I'm going to duplicate again. And this time I'm going to take away the mirror modifier. And I'm just going to move it in place using this move tool. So let's move this up. And let's give it some space so all of them are visible. Alright, so let's add our knitted texture. To add our texture, we're going to click Add Modifier, Search, and we're going to look for Displace. From Displace, we're going to click on New, and we're going to rename this texture to Knitted. Then, I'm going to show you where you can find a free texture to use. So we're going to go on Chrome and search up Screwsandcircuits. We're going to go to our website. Going to click on this hamburger menu and you're going to scroll down to tutorials. Then you're just going to left click the image. It's going to download. And then we can go back to Blender. We can go to this new tab here. And you're going to click on Open. you're going to go to where you downloaded the image and click Open Image. So we still have to fix a few things, like changing the coordinates to local to UV and changing the strength to 0.1. And now the only thing we're missing is increasing our subdivisions so it's seen better. Now let's do the same thing for this guy. Add modifier, displace, and since we already have the knitted texture created, you can click on this little arrow and we'll have it there saved. Now we have to do the same thing, coordinates to UV and strength to 0.1, and now increase the subdivisions. So one thing I noticed is the texture is going from left to right, but I want it to go from up to down. So to do that, we're going to click on the object. We're going to go into edit mode by pressing tab, and we're going to go to UV here, and we're going to click on Smart UV Project and change the island margin to 0.002. I'm going to unwrap that one, and we'll do the same to this one too. Now we can go to UV editing. We can enable so we can actually see the texture being moved. We're going to click A, and you see on this right side, we are going to rotate this. And there's the first one, and now let's rotate this guy too. So I didn't make it so we can see it visible, but it does rotate either way. Now we click back to layout, and there we have it. You're going to see it's not quite perfect. The reason being is since this is a cube with 6 squares, we didn't actually apply the subdivision before we unwrapped it, but it doesn't look too bad by default. Another addition I'd like to do is let's attach this to be one piece after. So let's click here, and we're going to apply our changes. So apply and apply. And now this part, I'm going to add a Boolean. We're going to go to union. We're going to use this eyedropper, and we're going to add the cube. Now we can apply it. Now we can select the bottom cube here. So you can see when we click the head, we can click both. But when we click the body, it's just going to click the one we didn't actually add. Because what we did is we added the body to the head. By default, the body is still separate. So now the head is the body and the head, but the body is just this one piece. So there's two ways of removing it. You can either click on it and press X, but since they're overlapping here, it might be a little hard to do. So we can just go here to this Explorer section, and we can click on these shapes that we made, and it should be the first one, and you can press X here instead and delete it. So now we have this, and I realize we have to apply the mirror modifiers on the rest. So press Ctrl Z to undo, and let's apply the rest of the modifiers. So we left a few modifiers here. So you just keep clicking on the shapes, and if you see any modifiers, we're going to apply them. And now we can do what we did previously, to where we clicked here, it highlighted the body, and we're going to delete it. Alright, so now that we have the body, we're not going to include the arms because these are probably going to be the same object, and we're going to keep them one filament type, and it'll be easier to paint. To start painting now as different filaments, there are two ways we can add different filament types from Blender and exporting it to Bambu Studio. The first way is having them to be separate objects, and then you can just set the separate objects as separate filament types. The other way is to embed the filament in the same object. So for example, if we click on the body and we go to Vertex Paint, let's give him just a smiley face on his belly. If we use Vertex Paint and export as an OBJ, this section right here will be separate filament types, or you can make it the same filament type. But what matters is when you do a vertex paint, it embeds the color and it gives you the option to export this as a separate filament. And we can do this to everything. If you want the hat to be something else, first let me color it black. Another thing is, when you're using Vertex Paint, it paints the individual vertices, not the faces. It's not like you're painting over anything. It's more like you're painting these corners. Those are what are getting painted. Alright, and as an example, this section here has a lot of subdivisions, and subdivisions basically multiply the amount of individual vertices, so that's why we had such detail when we made the smiley face. But here you can see I'm trying to draw on it and nothing's happening. I have to go to the individual section like this, and it'll actually start to change. And to actually see it, you do have to go to Vertex Paint. It doesn't show you by default. Now let's do one more thing. Just to keep this working, we're going to add a cylinder and we're going to move it down like so. Now here, we're going to select the body. We're going to add a modifier, Boolean, and make sure you have difference enabled. And we're going to select the cylinder and we're just going to apply this modifier. This is so when we print, this actually has a stable section to be printed on instead of it being round and overhanging itself. Alright, now let's export this to Bambu Studio to make this printable. So let's click on File, Export, and we're going to select OBJ. Now we're gonna save it somewhere and we're gonna rename it. So I'm gonna call this Snowman version 2, and I'm gonna enable colors and triangulate mesh. Now we're going to open Bambu Studio. We're going to go to prepare and we're going to drag and drop our file. Like so. You see, so this is 3D object. Drag and drop this here. And you can see that has multiple different filaments. But we only wanted specific ones. The issue we're having here is when we're coloring it, by default, Blender actually adds the shades of your object. So to combat this, we're going to go back to Blender, and I'm going to show you exactly how we fix this. So in Vertex Paint, we're going to make this all one color first. And do you see here where it says Falloff? We got to make this constant. Now we can go here and we can add our smiley face. Let me also Vertex Paint all of these. So this is going to be brownish. And these are going to be black. So unfortunately you can't paint multiple at a time. So you have to individually paint them. So Vertex Paint there. And now for the nose. So we just like to make this a nice orangey yellow. Alright. And now let's try this again with the fall off being constant. So File, Export, OBJ, and the name should be saved. Make sure you have colors and triangulate mesh. Export, go back to Bambu Studio, and we can drag and drop our file. And now we have significantly less colors, and they're actually the ones we want. Now we can press OK. Press yes, And there we have it. You might want to remove some unnecessary filaments that you're not using here. So before I even started exporting the model, I had filaments that I weren't using, and there we go. Now I'm just going to click this to auto size. We can take a nice look. We're going to enable our supports. We can hit slice plates, and there you go. That'll be all for this tutorial. And before you go, I would like to kindly ask if you can leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate you watching to the end, and I have much more tutorial ideas for the future. Once again, I really appreciate you watching my channel. I really am just trying to give back to the community, because personally, I learned all of this online by people doing the same thing as me, just making videos, not for profit, but just enjoyment and to teach others. So thank you again, and have a great, wonderful rest of your day.